Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spiegel Mom Scraps channel. It's Caitlin here with another process video. Today I am featuring a layout that I used for my February kit, my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, and I've been dying to use this house paper ever since I bought it. And this is the cheaper version of that paper, so it's like the thin paper from Michael's, but this was made on like higher quality cardstock at one point. So you saw me use a pencil to mark where I wanted to cut this house paper out, and I did that off camera using my Cutter Bee scissors since those are my detail trimming scissors. If you guys don't have a pair of those yet, highly recommend them. They're really great. And then I have this sort of geometric pattern, sort of like a tribal pattern. And this is from Pink Fresh Studios Boy Fort collection. And I'm going to cut off some of those edges so I can have a border of that dark brown polka dot, which is from Doris. So I got one of those big paper packs a while back from, I believe, AC Moore. It's cardstock and it's an embossing folder. So I used that as the backer piece. Now, what's kind of funny about this layout is I didn't know what I wanted to do with the house paper. I figured I must have photos of like Georgetown or somewhere in DC, because that's what I'm working on as my DC album. That would look nice with these houses. But what I ended up doing is, since I'm using half the paper, I figured I could do one on the White House. I thought it'd be cute to compare all these little houses to the grandeur of the White House. And I thought that would be kind of fun. So I'm going to mat these photos. I end up using two papers out of the Tradeswinds DCWV paper pad, and I have a lot more details over on my YouTube channel about how I made this kit and all that other stuff, so if you guys are interested in that, you can check it out. But for now, we're going to be doing some stickering clusters. Now, I didn't anticipate to do this. I recently bought this Jen Hatfield sticker book from Tuesday Morning. Off to the left, you can see it there. And it is absolutely beautiful, and I knew I wanted to use it on this layout, and it's my first time using it. So I go a little bit sticker crazy, but not too bad. I'm just showing you guys how you can get sort of clusters just using stickers, and I do throw in a couple die cuts, because I know I've been lacking on using die cuts lately. I love buying them, I love the look of die cuts, but I just haven't been using them. And if you're in a similar boat to me, I would recommend that you really challenge yourself to use those items. So I'm going to get started gluing everything down. I didn't particularly love the backside of that Pink Fresh Studio paper, so I didn't bother gutting out the bottom or anything. I figured I have more sheets of this, I should use one here. No need to pick and choose what pieces I'm getting out of it. And I really like when layouts have that thicker feeling to them when they have so many paper layers, so I'm sort of going for that feeling again with a lot of layers, a lot going on, but still highlighting the photos and this beautiful house paper. That's definitely what I want to highlight, and I don't want to add too much else. So I end up going with a couple clusters, and thanks to this sticker book, which you'll see me flip through numerous times, I pulled out some elements. There were little houses, they just didn't fit the exact aesthetic that I was going for. So I start pulling out stickers. There's one that says hello in a nice like mustard yellow, which is already apparent in the house paper. There are some little like check mark boxes. This is sort of meant for a planner, but if I turn that on the side, it looks more like washi tape. So I pull that out. And then there is like a washi tape sheet in there, like longer pieces of just pattern sticker. So I pull out some of those, and again, those will come in real handy when I start making the clusters, because you want different shapes. And when you're doing sticker clusters, you can use foam adhesive to make your things have more dimension, you know, so it's not feeling so flat. I also pull out these beautiful wood grain heart stickers, like, oh my word, they are beautiful. And this is the only sticker book I have purchased. This is my first one, like, ever, but I'm really excited to use it after making this layout. So I decided I need to glue this house paper down, and I don't put glue all the way up to the houses, because I know I want to tuck my photos in there. I think that just adds more cohesiveness to the layout when things are tucked in. But totally up to you, of course, it's your preference. And then here I bring in some other like washi tape from my stash kit, and this one's from Scotch, and it has sort of like a brassy gold sort of color to it, and it does bring in some more of those deeper tones from the house paper, as well as the browns in the very background paper. So here I'm starting to layer things up. I end up pulling out these die cuts, which I didn't expect to find anything that I'd like, but I did find this little journaling tag that I pulled out, and these are Fancy Pants die cuts. I believe it's the We Are Family collection, and some of these colors match the houses beautifully. That's why I was suspicious that it might work for mine. So I end up pulling these hexagons out, and that'll come in later when I pull in my sequins. But I pull out some of these hexagon pieces, as well as that round journaling spot that I put on the left-hand side of the page. So you can kind of see some clusters coming together fairly simply. It wasn't too quick. I know I have this sped up, but Clusters take time and some thinking, so don't fret if you're taking a little bit longer than you'd like to make a beautiful cluster. It just comes naturally over time. After you practice, you'll get used to it a lot more, and you'll be able to whip clusters together like nobody's business. And everybody's clusters are different, so if mine don't look like yours, but you love yours, they don't have to look like mine. There's always different options out there. Gluing everything down, I have my little embellishment pot out here because I knew I wanted to bring in some wood veneer. I just thought that would add a lightness to the layout and sort of bring out that lighter tone colors in the wood grain heart stickers that I had pulled out, as well as the background paper. It does have a very wood feel to it despite not being a wood grain. I did pull out this tab. These are some items that were gifted to me, those little tab punches, which I believe are from Stampin' Up. Someone punched out those to me, punched those out for me and gifted them to me, so I'm glad to be using up those. I used a little arrow wood veneer from Studio Calico in that left cluster, but you can see how just starting with stickers you get a lot more of an organic shape, as well as when you add those final touches like wood veneer or sequins, you'll get that texture that you desire and that height. So first I pull out this one for the navy sequins in it, and it's just absolutely beautiful. This one also does come with wood veneer, so I used one of those wood veneer hearts. But I do pull out some of those navy sequins because navy is in the houses as well as the die cuts I pulled out. So having that third navy element of the sequins will help move your eye around the page quite a bit. And then the other favorite that I mentioned before is the Hexa Glam. This one has the hexagons in it, which are perfect because I end up pulling out those hexagon pieces. So since I have two hexagons on here, I figured we might as well go hexagon crazy and bring out these ones. And it works out beautifully. And then I pulled out some pinks too from a different sequin pack. And I'll have all of that linked down below, and you guys can use my code Caitlin15 for 15% off your next order. And definitely check out the Shimmer shop. There's more coming there if you guys haven't checked it out yet. But there's lots of fun stuff coming, as well as a new release in March, which you guys have probably seen already, but if you haven't, definitely check it out. They're in the shop live right now. So here I'm gluing down these clusters, and yes, I'm using this glue. No, it is not my favorite glue, but this is the Tombow Mono Multi Glue. It works great for other things, but it simply makes my fingers so sticky that I cannot stand it. But it works out in the end. This is the only glue I had available at the moment, so we had to go with what we had. But you can kind of see how the clusters are coming together. They have elements that repeat in all of them. Wood veneer is one of them. I also have the sequins repeating in all of them, and then the hexagon / that die cut color works well, so I have a die cut in every cluster, which works out as another element. I did struggle with trying to find a font for the title. As you guys might not know, I am currently in the midst of moving all of my scrapbooking stuff to my new apartment, so from my parents' house to my new apartment, and it's not a one deal job because I have to move it all myself. So I've been doing it every time I go back. I will load up the car with some more stuff and then bring it over. So I do have limited alphabets. I have limited everything at the moment. So for the title, I end up going with just White House. I thought it was kind of funny. I wanted to do a white font because I thought that would be funny and, you know, very literal white. But I end up not going with that. I end up going with these Pink Fresh Studio Gold thick stickers. They're very wonderful. You do have to add glue to the back, but I do love the gold appearance, and since I have that gold sequin mix hexaglam involved, it worked out perfectly that I could bring in another element of gold without having to worry about trying to incorporate that into my layout. Sequins are a great way to incorporate another color, so if you find that you have the perfect font in a different color, but you didn't use that color on your layout, adding sequins can change it all in a moment, so I highly recommend you guys try that if you're in another situation like this where you don't have a font that you really love for it. Now that the title's down, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the Spiegel Mom Scraps channel because there's a ton of great Sparklers projects coming. And be sure to join us in the Facebook group, Spread the Sparkle. If you guys are interested in challenges and giveaways, we have a ton of them over there, so definitely check it out if you're interested. Here are the close-up shots. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!